Okay, so let's get into the videos. This is gonna be, I have a Boxycharm that I received in the mail to review, and then I also got a few other products, so I thought I would just kind of do a makeup try on for you guys and we could kind of go over everything, chit chat, all of that jazz. So let's get into the Boxycharm that I have the worst habit of like just talking and being off frame. Like I'll be like, okay guys, so let's do this. Also, it's snowing outside and it's so beautiful right now. Where I live, we get an inversion, so basically it's a lot of pollution in the air and it messes with your head. Like there were days where I was just like so foggy, like my boyfriend would talk to me and like it totally messes with your head here. So I hate the inversion, so anytime it snows I'm like, yay, it's clearing out the air, so I'm really happy about that. All right, so let's go over what was in my Boxycharm box. So I just have the base Boxycharm for now. I may upgrade to the premium box, but I'm still not quite sure yet, but I have been impressed with the boxes so far. So in this one, I got this Ciate London, the Velvet palette, which is beautiful. I'll open it up for you guys in a minute. And then, what was the next thing? So a Pharmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer, which is really cute. It's in this box. It looks like, I think this is a papaya. Yeah, it's a papaya on there. And then it's just such cute packaging. So I'll open it up for you guys so you can see what it all looks like. I'm terrible at opening boxes. I always rip them. So I could never be one of those like professional unboxing people. People would be like, how does she mess up the box every time? And I'd be like, I don't know. I really don't know. But this is what it looks like. So it's really cute and green. Let's see, does it have a good smell or anything?
It smells delicious.
It smells kind of medicinal. Kind of like a grenadine, I almost want to say. I don't know. And then the next thing was Avant Skin... This was the thing I chose for my box. You get to choose one item each month. So this was the Avant Skincare by Phase Hyaluronic Acid Rejuvenating Micellar Water. I feel like I'm gonna put into my kit, but it just looked kind of cool and I don't have any micellar water at the moment. But sometimes it's just nice for refreshing the face before we get into makeup. So I do like micellar waters, so we'll see how that one is. And then let's see, I did also get a Dr. Brandt peptide eye cream, but I gave that one to my mom because I already have like 2 eye creams that I need to go through, so I was like, just have this one. And then I got a Bali Balm, which is sweet orange and coconut lip balm, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's in my purse because it smells freaking amazing. It has that nice tropical scent, so like I said, it's the sweet orange and coconut. I actually like the lip oil I got in the last box better. And when I first opened it, I was like, this looks so cheap. Like, why would they put this in here? But the reason I like it is because your lips actually feel moisturized after it's all gone. So it's not like that, like how with some chapsticks, you put them on and then 5 minutes later you feel like you need more. This one actually moisturizes your lips. So I would say if you were to go out and buy either one of these, like I love how this one smells, but this one just works better, and it is by INT Cosmetics, and it just says lip oil on here. So if I can find it, I'll link it for you guys down below. But that was what was in my Boxycharm. Oh, and let me just show you the eyeshadow palette. So I've been using this for the past few days, and it is actually so gorgeous. I thought it looked kind of cheap when I first opened it up, but the quality of the shadows is actually really good, and the shimmers are just incredible. They're just very wet looking. They're finely milled, so you don't get like a big, I don't know, chunky glitter. Like this one's more of a chunky glitter, but it's like really, it's just a really fun chunky glitter. But I have really been liking this. Let's see, what did I get next? A really cool thing about Boxycharm that I have loved is they will have a little charm shop, and you can go into it like for a few weeks at a time and just order things. And because Boxycharm gets everything for so cheap because they're doing all the marketing for those brands. Like for example, the whole box was $25. It's $25 a month. And so the eyeshadow palette alone, the little velvet one, was $30. The moisturizer I got was $38. The micellar water was $90. The eye cream was $82. And then the lip balm was $33. So it definitely pays for itself, and it's also nice because I have something to review for you guys each month. But anyways, so with the shop, there are things that are discounted. So for example, I had been wanting the retinol from Glow Recipe Forever, the avocado one, and I bought it the last time they had a little pop-up shop for $9. I looked it up and it was actually $18, not $9, so still a pretty good deal compared to the original price, but just wanted you guys to know that. And it's usually this much, but I got it for $9, and so I was like, this is freaking awesome. So I do like that with the shop that they have, because if there's an item I really want, instead of signing up for a whole other box, I can just add that on for a couple dollars more and it ships out separately. But I've really enjoyed it. So this is what I got in their little pop-up shop. So these brushes, I'll put the price up here for them because I just don't remember them off of the top of my head. But the price of these are the Battington brushes, and you get a powder brush and a contour / foundation brush. And I got it for a super low price. I can't remember what it was. I don't want to say the wrong price, so like I said, I'll just do another pop-up. But here are the brushes. I just thought they were really pretty, and I've been wanting to try other brush brands. Let's see, just right off the bat, I can tell you they're synthetic. They're really soft. Let's see, there's a little hair out of place. So I don't know if they're worth like the luxury amount that they say they are, but I just kind of wanted some more brushes because I did have to throw out some old foundation brushes from Morphe because they were starting to shed, which I had them for a long time. That's normal with brushes, so I'm not gonna be like, I'm never buying from them again, but they were just kind of old. So these feel really soft. They're definitely synthetic, which I'm pretty sure there's a regulation now that all brushes have to be synthetic, but they don't, I wouldn't say they feel necessarily super luxurious, but they are pretty. I wouldn't say they're worth the normal price, like I said, but they're definitely worth the sale price I got them for, so why not? And let's see, so these I was shocked by. So these are the Viseart eyeshadow palettes, and they are normally, I think, $70 to $80, like a ridiculous price, and these were on sale. I remember the price of these for $12. $12. And I know that that's, you know, obviously the regular price because I had been wanting a Viseart palette for so long, so they had two on there. I grabbed both of them because why not? Oh, one of these is broken. That's okay, it's just the cream shade, but that kind of sucks. It just spilled all over me. This is why I always wear sweatpants when doing these videos, but oh. And this was the prettiest one, so this, I'm okay. It was $12, so whatever. If I paid the real price, I'd be like upset. These are kind of cracked too though, but this was a more fun palette, so it kind of has some warm shades, a magenta and a navy blue, which if you take out the blue and just kind of look at it as that is, it looks like a pretty usable palette, so don't let the blue scare you. But I'm really happy I got those because I've been wanting to try them, but I'm wondering if these palettes are just too fragile. They definitely should have wrapped them up in some bubble wrap. I am disappointed that that one has a broken shadow in it, and these are a little chipped. And I know people complain about the plastic casing, but it's actually not as cheap as you'd think. And I like it because for my kit, for example, I can see exactly which palette is which. There's a little chip in here and then in there as well. Ooh, I'm not happy about that. But like, this is what it was wrapped in. With an eyeshadow palette, you definitely want to bubble wrap it at least. For my other package, I had a gift card to Sephora, and I've really been wanting to try this foundation out. It's the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation because one, I love that concealer, and I do really like NARS. I love Sheer Glow. I love the long wear one for other people, but not for myself. So I just wanted to try this out. The packaging is just so sleek and pretty. I like that it's a squeeze tube. And then the other thing I got was just a little Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle. So these were on sale. It was like $9. Is this a real size or is this just a mini version? I don't know. I got the shade Thick. Packaging's really cute. Rihanna's always killing it with that. It's kind of like a brownie mauve color. We'll do the old-fashioned hand trick. Yeah, that's pretty. It reminded me of the shade Twig from MAC, which I used to wear in high school all the time because it was like the Kylie Jenner shade to wear when Kylie Jenner was really, I mean, she's still popular now obviously, but that was when she was like really coming up. So let's just get into it and try everything. We'll try the moisturizer, see how this is. Yeah, it's like a minty kind of medicinal scent. And it's supposed to help control oil, so I do get oily, and the foundation's gonna be super matte, so if there's shine coming through, I'm not really sure who to blame actually, because both of them are supposed to make me matte. Moving on to foundation, I have my little sponge here. These are the Beaky sponges from Amazon that I talk about that I love. You can get a pack for cheap. I love them. They're the best sponges out there, honestly. And then let's try out the foundation brush and then the sponge on the other side. So this is like, I don't know, just a giant review, first impressions, you know, I guess. Just doing it all. So I'm shaking this because I feel like that's like what you should do with new foundations. The one thing that's hard with their matte packaging is already it's fingerprinty, which is like, that's just a small thing, but. Oh, and then the shade I have is Punjab. Might be a teeny bit dark for me right now, but it's the shade that usually suits me in their foundations, so. Let's try the brush on this side. Ooh, so that covers really nicely. Was that even audible? I was saying this covers very nicely. This brush is really soft. I feel like it blends pretty quickly. Oh, I do have a little brush hair here. I just feel like I have to let you guys know when there's something that's not totally right. Even though it's matte, it looks really natural on the skin. It covers really nicely, but it's not like, it doesn't look super foundation-y. It looks pretty good with the brush. Let's try it with the sponge. I love how lightweight it is. Like for how well it covers, it does remind me of the natural Longwear Radiant one, but obviously just a matte version because of how thin it is, yet how well it covers. I think the sponge just looks a little more flawless. We'll come up close for you guys. My lights might be a little too bright. Let me turn them down for you. Yeah, I think I like the sponge side. Well, I actually don't know what looks better. I think this side looks a little more matte. They're honestly very similar. I tend to just prefer using a sponge. Alrighty, welcome back. So I have powder brows and I felt like I was a little like too matte, believe it or not. So I just added some Laura Mercier Candle Glow powder to my face, which I used the Battington brush for. Let's get into eyeshadow. So like I said, I'm really bummed about the cracked shadow on this one. Whatever, we're gonna move on. So I'm going to take this shade for a transition shade here. This is the Neutral Matte Eyeshadow Palette, which is great for kits and things like that. So I'm just taking that top left shade and then blending that into the crease. When I didn't blend that very well, the eye primer, but whatever. And I wanted to get this eyeshadow palette because from everything I've seen and anyone that's used them, they've just blended so beautifully. So I was like, all right, I guess I need them. So whenever I've seen people use these, they just looked so beautiful. And from what everyone has said, they blend like a dream, which they do, and they're really pigmented. This color is a teeny more pink than I thought. I thought it was gonna be more of a peach color, but that's okay. We'll forgive that. And then let's move into so they both say Neutral Matte Eyeshadow Palette, even though this clearly isn't a neutral matte eyeshadow palette, but whatever. So let's dip into this nice caramely brown shade. I really like that one. So let's dip in. So I'm just taking that on a smaller brush and putting it into the crease. I did just wash these brushes with like one of those spray brush cleaners. So this one I think had a little bit still on there, so it is patchy, but as you can see on this eye, it's not. Let's dip in to this shade here, and then maybe a little bit of this dark reddish raspberry shade, but let's try this one first. I feel like all my looks have looked the same recently, so trying to switch it up for you guys, keep it interesting. Also, right now, if you guys need a good show to watch on Netflix, I have been telling everyone about the show because, I mean, I started it, and so let me just say what it is, I guess, before I get into all this. It's Cobra Kai on Netflix, which is basically, it's not really like a rerun, I guess, but it's kind of like a sequel to the Karate Kid movies, because you have all of the original characters in there and they all have kids now. So it's really good. I'm actually watching it for the second time because I loved it so much. Jack and I were watching it one night and we were like, you know, let's just turn on something. I don't really care what it is, just, you know, put something on. It was one of those nights, you know, where you're just like, just put on some mindless TV, you know? So we clicked on it because, and the reason we thought that the show wasn't gonna be good was because the preview just frankly doesn't look very interesting. It was really good. Like, we got sucked in immediately. So we finished it in 2 days and stayed up until like 3 a.m. one night watching it because we just loved it so much. And they bring back a lot of characters from the original, if you've seen the original Karate Kid movies, which I actually don't know if I have. Which you don't have to watch all of those ahead of time to know what's going on, which is nice because they kind of like will show you clips from the past and stuff, so you aren't completely lost with who's that or who's this. So they're pretty good about it, but if you did like the originals, you'll absolutely love this. And you know, you probably already watched it, frankly, but I mean, they should hire me because I am literally just telling everyone to watch it. I guess I do that with shows I really like, but not always. But this one, I think I was just so surprised that I liked it because, you know, I'm pretty girly. Like, I'm trying to think of shows I like I like Gossip Girl, but I also like shows like, I love Mindhunter, I loved Ozark. Ozark was so good. But I think I was just so surprised because I thought it was just gonna be more of like, I don't know, like a guy's show, frankly, you know what I mean? And it just ended up being so good. I loved it. Like I said, if you need a good show to watch it. So these are blending out really, really nice. I really like how these are looking. They're very smooth. Where you pack them on, they stay. So like there's some fallout in the pan, but not on my face at all. I feel like these are definitely worth their original price. Like, I probably wouldn't buy 2 of them. The one that I probably would have bought if they had it was the Warm Mattes palette, but I just really liked that one. The colors are very similar to the Anastasia Soft Glam though, so I feel like you don't like have to have it if you don't want it, you know? I feel like I am giving Hannah Baker from 13 Reasons Why today with this hair and my jean jacket. And then I'm just taking a dark brown from the other palette, putting that close to the lash line. To show you guys how beautiful these shimmers are, and since there's not a shimmer in this palette, which I think this look is frankly just gorgeous without one alone. Like, I think these shadows are so pretty. But I am going to grab this, let's see, which shimmer do we want, guys? I kind of want like a raspberry look today, and I haven't tried this color yet, so we're going in with this pinky shimmer, which is like a pinky bronze. It's kind of unique. Yeah, we have like a nice smoky eye-ish. It's like a, I don't know, like a cranberry smoky eye. I'm digging it. And then I'm just going in that inner corner underneath. I kind of look like a vampire. We're gonna modernize it a bit with some liner. That kind of seems to be the key. Alrighty, so I went ahead and just added the liner, some lashes. We kind of have this like fun cat eye, smoky eye going on, and then I also added blush and bronzer. So let's try on the Fenty lipstick. So I'm just gonna line my lips with the Laura Mercier Chestnut liner. That's so pretty. It reminds me a lot of Twig by MAC, except a teeny bit more mauve-y. That's really pretty though. I wanted something a little different because I'm always wearing nudes like every video. So I thought something like this would be fun. And then I'm just touching up the blush. Yeah, so this is the final look. I actually really like the products. I think the Viseart palettes are gorgeous. And then the brushes, like they were cheap, so I'm not mad, but if you were just to buy these at their really high price point, I wouldn't recommend it just because they just feel kind of cheap. I feel like you could get better quality with probably BH Cosmetics brushes, and they're less expensive, and I'm sure they have some that look like these. So I would definitely recommend just doing that over these. Like, there's already a little, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little hair on here. Maybe they just need breaking in, but I don't know. I didn't like that very much. But loved the palettes. The moisturizer, I mean, I guess we'll just see how it goes. I'm a little worried it might break me out, but the foundation I'm really liking so far. I do have some texture on my face, but as far as that goes, I feel like it still looks very smooth and pretty. The color was perfect actually, the Punjab, which is what I like to wear. I'm excited to see how it wears like as I wear it more and more, but so far I do like it and I think it's very pretty. The lipstick, I really like the color. It's kind of unique. Like I said, it's almost like a berry mauve shade, and it's definitely a satin finish. I feel like it's not very matte despite being called matte, but really like that shade. Again, that shade is called Thick, Thicc. I think that was it. You guys know how I feel about the shimmers in the Ciate palette, so I'll definitely link that one down below. I do like that palette if you're looking for just some fun shimmers. These palettes are incredible, and I definitely would pay full price for these. I think the pigmentation is amazing. The blendability is amazing. I feel like having good quality shadows can really up your makeup game, because if you have cheap shadows, sometimes they just take a long time to blend. I mean, there are still some great shadows out there that are at an affordable price point, but I think these are really good. I know some people don't like the clear packaging, but I like it. And I usually have a mirror with another palette with me anyways, but they were really blendable. But keep in mind, if you are getting these from Boxycharm, they're probably gonna be cracked because they are not wrapped with bubble wrap. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial. I'm pretty sure that was everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was everything that needed to be talked about. But again, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.